Earlier caught up with Rajeev Shukla. Let's listen into what he had to say as far as the Congress's strategy is concerned on this issue.
I have Mr. Rajeev Shukla with me, Minister for Planning and Parliamentary Affairs. Let me begin by asking him, the first 2 days of the session were washed out following the logjam over whether under what rule should the resolution on FDI be discussed and debated. Will business be transacted at all during this week?
We are very serious about it. We want business to be transacted. For last 3-4 sessions, this has been happening that this Parliament is not able to function smoothly. I would like to request the entire opposition to cooperate and to ensure that a smooth Parliament session at least commences from this week onwards. What issues which they want to discuss, we are ready for that. PM had made it very clear from day one that whatever issue they want to discuss, whatever issues they want to discuss, we are ready for that. We are willing to discuss those issues. If you want to criticize the government, you are most welcome to do that. And we will come with our response. But everything should happen on the floor of the House. If you don't allow Parliament to function, then what is there in parliamentary democracy? That's the essence of the parliamentary democracy, that House should be allowed to function. You criticize and you come up with your suggestions. As far as FDI in retail is concerned, our point of view is that it's in the interest of the farmers of this country, and millions of youths are going to get the jobs. There is 100% FDI in China. There is 100% FDI in Malaysia, Indonesia, Burma, Vietnam, and all these, in these places, most of these companies are going there. But in India, they are opposing even 51% FDI. That too, Javed, when all the states have been told that if you don't want to implement, don't implement. But at least in the interest of millions of youth of this country and the farmers, you please allow it. And if you are against of the FDI, then at least Parliament be allowed to function.
No, the point they are making is that Parliament is different from a Rotary Club where you just debate and then forget about it. Why don't we have a debate and let the Parliament express its will through a vote? Why are you scared about a vote?
There is no convention, no provision that on a policy and executive decision of the government there should be voting.
No, but on Balco, when NDA took a decision, there was a debate and a vote.
Wherever I think that was a wrong tradition, wrong precedent which had been created. In the history of 65 years of Parliament, in most of the occasions, there was never a voting on executive or policy decision.
Is it
there are voting provisions. Under those provisions, we are agreed to go for voting. On no confidence motion, there is a provision of voting.
Rajeev ji,
we are willing for that.
You all are very gung-ho when it comes to the question of no confidence. But is it not a fact that you're scared that some of your allies and supporting parties may not support you on FDI, but they will certainly vote for you if it comes to a vote
of no confidence? It's not a question of being scared of voting.
You have the numbers.
We have the numbers. Government is stable. But what we want, that we don't want to create a wrong precedent. It will be harmful for the parliamentary democracy. If you want to have voting, then there are provisions. Under those provisions, you are most welcome to, ask for a voting. We will be ready for that.
So from the looks of it, either they agree or the stalemate continues.
No, we are still talking to them. Persuasive skills are still on, and we are trying to bring them on table. In fact, today also we are inviting them. We will be having discussion. We will try to pursue them. We will try to urge them,
request them. Is there any new formula?
Request them that you should allow Parliament to function. Don't, be rigid about the rules, and let's go by the provisions which have already been envisaged in parliamentary democracy.
Thank you for speaking to us. So that was Mr. Rajeev Shukla. He believes that the opposition must agree to a debate, but not insist on a vote. With camera person Suman, this is Javed Ansari in New Delhi for Headlines Today.
Well, let me go back to Javed, who is still standing by live for us on the story. Javed, the UPA and the Congress in particular is concerned that allowing a vote on an executive policy decision will open the floodgates, if you will. Given this stance of the UPA and given the opposition adamant demand, do you see the winter session headed for a washout?
I don't think it will be an entire washout, but at least for now, the logjam, the stalemate will continue. And I want to put that question to our expert, Mr. Amit Barua. Amit, we just had Rajeev Shukla on the channel, and he said that it will set a wrong precedent if there is a debate followed by a vote. given the strong position that both sides have adopted, do you think that this session is headed for a complete washout?
Well, if past precedent is anything to go by, Javed, I'm not very sanguine about what's going on inside, because the positions are very far apart and there's no effort for a compromise. I think more than the issues at stake, it's the politics that's playing out between the Congress and the BJP, which is leading to a stalling of Parliament. We've seen this again and again. The issue is actually not material.
But will this not reflect very poorly on the entire political class, not just on the government? And is this not an opportunity missed for the opposition? They could, if there is a debate, they can at least haul the government over the coals.
Absolutely, Javed. On a number of issues, FDI, whether it's the appointment of the CBI director, why isn't today is the anniversary of 26/11? Why isn't the Parliament seeing a debate on the security issues that are before the nation? All these issues need to be discussed and debated in Parliament. Elected representatives are there. There's a huge lot of issues. There's a pending border agreement with Bangladesh. There are all kinds of matters. I think that, for the sake of the nation, both the parties need to see reason, compromise, and let Parliament function. I think that is something which is really, it is giving lip to people like Mr. Arvind Kejriwal, who have repeatedly been questioning how mainstream political parties are performing. I think this is something which cannot brook any further delay.
It cannot brook any further delay. A resolution to this crisis cannot brook any further delay. That's what Amit Barwa feels, and that's what he believes. And that, I'm sure, is a sentiment that will be shared by a lot of our viewers.